Welcome to World at Work TV. I'm Allison Avalos, and I'm here with Leonard Sanicola, Senior Practice Leader for World at Work, to talk about some reports that we're hearing about organizations offering employees assistance with their student loan payments. Lenny, first talk about why you think this might be something organizations are considering.
Allison, there's about $1.3 trillion in student outstanding debt. In fact, I saw one study that said 37% of U.S. households headed by someone under the age of 40 have student debt. So it's becoming a big financial issue. A lot of millennials and Gen Z folks that are out there coming out of college early in their career are really talking about how student debt is really a big financial burden, a real big financial issue, and I think companies are starting to recognize that they can help in this area.
So what types of organizations are considering this type of benefit?
Currently, we see it mostly in the financial services and the tech industries. Those industries seem to recruit more millennials and younger folks for the workforce. So as they're recruiting and talking to folks and seeing that this is a major financial issue, they're looking for ways to gain competitive advantage, distinguish themselves from the competitors. So it's helping employers from an attraction, retention, and engagement standpoint.
So let's jump down into the details. How are these plans typically structured?
There's a couple of things employers can do. Employers can simply offer resources to educate employees on how to manage debt, and that could be simply part of a broader financial wellness program. What we're hearing more in the media about certain companies are doing, they're actually making direct contributions to help individuals offset their loans. So basically directly paying lenders, directly giving them a certain amount of money. There might be caps on that per year, but basically giving cash contributions to help offset that. Some employers can set it up as a voluntary benefit. So you can have certain companies that have a platform of different lenders that can help people refinance or restructure their loans. So there's lots of different approaches that employers can take.
So it's not just contributing cash or some sort of financial benefit, but also helping them manage these loans and position themselves for...
I think it should be a combination of both.
Okay.
So it's simply, yes, I can give you cash, I can make a matching contribution, help you reduce that amount of debt, but I think it's also important from a larger perspective to help that individual manage their overall debt, because it actually affects what they can do with the other money. So if I can help them free money from that perspective, perhaps they can contribute to the retirement plan that I offer or help with the day-to-day expenses.
I would expect that this is probably not the prevalent practice as of yet. Do you think this will be a growing trend in the use of these types of programs?
I think we will see more and more companies introduce ways to help people with student debt. Whether it will become mainstream, I'm not so quite certain. Again, organizations that are focused on targeting millennials and Gen Z and younger people that are getting out of college with this debt. The average median outstanding debt, for those that have a bachelor's, is between $33,000 and $35,000 that people owe. So being able to help those folks would be a great attraction and retention vehicle. So I think we will see more companies offering it. The other thing that is interesting to note is, we talk a lot about millennials and Gen Z, and millennials making up the largest part of the workforce and having the greatest student debt. But I actually saw an article that talked about people over age of 50 that have of that $1.3 trillion, about 17% of that is loans for people over the age of 50. Now that is partly due to their own education, but it's also due to them co-signing loans for their children and their grandchildren. So the student loan issue, financial issue, is not just millennials, but it also affects baby boomers, those over 50. So for those that have that segment of the workforce, could also be a competitive advantage to help those individuals.
So it's the type of program that can really be leveraged for a diverse workforce.
Definitely, definitely.
Thanks, Lenny. For World at Work TV, I'm Allison Avalos.